Welcome to Trivia Viral. Our channel covers all the latest analysis and recaps on TV shows and movies, as well as interesting stories and facts that you may not have known. So sit back, relax, and subscribe to our channel if you have been enjoying our videos so far. Miami-born man is the head chef at Gallo's restaurant in Brentwood, California. Unfortunately, he is not happy with things at the moment. He has also recently divorced his wealthy ex-wife, and although they are still good friends, his relationship with his tech-savvy 10-year-old son has suffered and gone strained and awkward. Mostly because he doesn't keep his promises and doesn't allow his son anywhere near his professional world. When a prestigious food critic and blogger announces that he will be at Gallo's this evening, he gets excited with all the ideas that flow through his mind about how he could cook a good menu and impress the critic. He sticks to his tired old classics rather than innovative dishes since they have made the restaurant quite successful so far. He reluctantly concedes to cooking his biggest hits instead of the menu he had in mind. Unimpressed by the food he has served, a food critic writes a scathing review about the restaurant and even takes personal stabs at him in the process. The review goes viral on Twitter in a moment of anger. This video is sponsored by QD. QD is Asia's largest platform for students, tutors, and coaches to find and book lessons online or offline, all from a single platform. Sign up at QD today. He, who doesn't understand much about Twitter, replies to the food critic in what he believes will be a private message but is actually a public reply seen by thousands of people, and gains a large, inspired by the war of words he gets into with the food critic. He comes up with a new menu that he spends all night cooking and has his staff taste the next morning. Emboldened by their positive reaction, he then invites the food critic to a rematch. Unfortunately, the resto owner confronts him again and refuses to let him change the menu at the moment. The owner also orders him to publicly apologize to the food critic. After Riva gives him an ultimatum, he walks out and allows his sous chef to take over his chef duties. At home, he prepares the menu he wanted to serve to the food critic just to get it out of his system. Meanwhile, the sous chef does his best in the kitchen, but the food critic is unimpressed and starts to tweet bad about him again. Videos featuring him meltdown go viral, and his professional credentials suddenly evaporate. He tries to hook up with a couple of restaurants, but no one is interested in him after all the bad press. His ex-wife Inez, in an attempt to help him out of his funk, hires him as a nanny to their son while they go on a trip to Miami to visit family. While in Miami, he falls back in love with Cuban cuisine and finally agrees to speak with his ex-wife husband to discuss a business proposal about running a food truck, an idea he has been dismissing for a while now. His wife's husband offers him a dilapidated food truck, and he reluctantly accepts. He, with some help from his son, starts putting some heavy work on the truck to clean it, fix it, and restore it as best as he can. The experience ignites a bond between father and son, especially when they buy equipment to restock the truck. He buys his son his first chef's knife, letting him know he's willing to teach him what he knows. Martin, John Leguizamo, his friend and former kitchen staff from Gallo's, shows up unannounced and offers to work with him on the food truck. Having just turned down a promotion at Gallo's as soon as he heard he had something else going on, he hires him right away, feeling rejuvenated and passionate about cooking again. He offering Cuban sandwiches and cerveza for free. Satisfied with their work, he driving the truck back to California and visits some cities along the way when his son insists on coming with them. The two agree to take him on a road trip. The next day, he came up with a name for the truck, Algif, which is the nickname he always gives him, and thus begin their road trip. The three drive the food truck across the country back to Los Angeles, serving top-quality Cuban sandwiches and yuca fries. His son finds ways to promote the food truck on social media, attracting crowds everywhere they go, and the truck becomes successful in New Orleans and Austin, Texas, where the daily specials include the item. Back in Los Angeles, soon after dropping his son back at Inez's house, he realizes the importance of his relationship with his son and calls him back to accept his offer to help out on weekends and holidays. Sometimes later, at a food truck event, the food critic visits the truck and asks to speak with him. He explains how much the food critic's critique hurt him deeply and knocked him out. The food critic explains that he wrote the bad review because he was disappointed he had settled at Gallo's, and he knew his creativity did not suit a restaurant which had been serving the same menu for years. Flash forward 6 months later. The new restaurant is successful but closed at the moment for a private event, he and his ex-wife's second wedding. What are your thoughts about the story? Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe if you would like to see more similar videos, and give us a thumbs up to get more recommendations of our videos. Be the first to watch the latest videos by clicking the bell icon. See you on the next video.